Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy.
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Now, who are we gonna eat first?
Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
It's my turn.
Stop! Stop!
Rotten all receive. Each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river. Dry it all. Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please.
But I will.
You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an
Transfusions
hospital, you
mean
arse.
transferring Nick blood into my mouth.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr.
He's
Cox.
a dickhead, though.
Let me assist you to that better place.
Like, he's a really, really, really a dickhead in this game, if I'm not mistaken. Which means...
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and
Clay Cox.
death.
Oh, unfortunate name for a man. Mm-hmm.
Back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fart me. Fuck you. I'll
Hi,
kill you.
Aloha Ferret, how are you today? And hi, Cran Onion Knight, how are you today? Nice to see you still rocking the wit's hat and purple hair, I take it. Thank you. You don't know where that man has been. That's very true. But last time I did the peaceful route, so
To embrace
now I'm
its
just
most
gonna...
intimate secrets. Such a burden.
Let's look. Oh,
a
thank you.
divine sin.
Oh, it's a hat. You thought it was like a halo of Saint. Could have been. Could have been. Alright, what is there?
Look at them happy skeletons.
Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. Also, hi Cora Prim, how are you today? No. To be fair, Q is an angel, so Halo wouldn't be out of the quest.
Doctor, where have you been?
Plus 26.
I've little time
You
to
wish
play
you
hide
could
and
take
seek
your
with new
skin off,
staff
but it's
members, No
okay.
matter how illustrious they may be.
Do you have ice
I
cubes and
apologize,
cold
nurse.
things to drink and
I needed
ice
some
cream?
time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest
I do hope
night
that
of my
it gets
life.
lesser hot in there.
You delivered poor
Or
Mr.
am I?
Hampton from a terrible
I'm okay
fate.
today.
The
Nothing
means to
special
that
really.
end should be of little
I've been
concern,
enjoying
Doctor.
today's game. And
Thank you, nurse.
my face
What
hurts
can I do
from
for
all
you?
the smiling.
Dr.
Have you ever
Swansea
played
insisted
Letters
we
from
provide you a quiet
Whitechapel,
office.
the board game? I
You'll
have
find
not.
it on the second
Is it
floor
cool?
with your name on the
Hi
door.
Salim, how are you today?
Thank you.
Well, that was kinky
Nurse
thing to
Craig,
do.
isn't it?
Yes,
To
Dorothy
hear when
Crane.
you came back.
Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office is
Hey,
over
that's not
there.
my fault that you thought it that way.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
Wait, what? Wait,
What
what?
kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's a game where one player plays Jack the Ripper who tries to hide from the other players who play as cops. Ah, okay.
It's right
And
to
Gold
assume
Cope
Dr.
was
Swansea
good,
knows
but
far
then
more
you
about me
won't
than
reach
I do
him.
about
Oh.
him.
You'll
Just
get to know
remember
him soon
drinking.
enough, and
You
better than
didn't
me.
know anything though. All you heard was, do you have ice cubes and ice cream? Fair.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse
To
Craig.
be fair, everything today has been somehow weird or kinky or something that we have been talking. Like it has always gone to the wrong side. I don't know why. Give us
evening,
the rumors, etc.
I'm
It
Dr.
cannot
Jonathan
be
Reed.
the spring
a
anymore.
new
It's
man.
summer.
Already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance
Who has
driver for
been
this
weird and
shithole of
kinky?
a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You
No
can call
idea.
me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war and have carried one
You have
ever
been a
since.
good little boy.
Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have
Not
something
you
for
anymore.
you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not
He hasn't
defending
tried hard
yourself.
enough, and guns
You're
can
selling
be
guns
used for
to
anything.
civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital. That's incredibly dangerous.
You left
Go
an
get yourself if
infected
you want,
patient.
but be
Queen
careful,
looks happy.
Doctor.
That's so cool.
I'd rather
Aw.
not bring your dead body back.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just it's kind of sort of in a good mood today. Not sure why,
Goodbye, Milton.
because like I haven't slept enough
Dr.
and
Swanse's
today has
right.
been just a big fucking
This place
disaster
seems
so far,
perfect to
so...
conduct my research.
You think you can amputate a leg with a shotgun? He's a turtle by godly surgeon. Good mood doesn't need a reason, so long as you have it there. Yeah, but that's the thing, like, I have a big pile of reasons to not be in a good mood. That's the thing. Like, a really big pile of
Scowl
reasons.
voices in the
One of them was like, well, the bathroom isn't
investigate.
working.
If they were to find
Or
something,
wasn't working. I'm not sure about the situation. It should be working at some point of today, or hopefully. But yeah, it wasn't. Because they glued the bowel and so on, so on, so on. And then there was a lot of things that went sideways, and yeah. So everything that can go wrong today has pretty much gone wrong. Same, but even the most simple of things put you in a good mood, like your haircut and shave. I'm happy to hear that. And yeah, for me this normally doesn't happen, so it's like I either feel like overly way too fit or something to be that way. Okay, okay. You finally got a trench coat, yay. Woo. They finally gave me clothes. Well, you're off to work on your game for a bit. Okay, well, hopefully you have a nice work day, and thank you for stopping by, really appreciate it. And once again, hopefully we'll see you in the next stream as well. Adorable.
Nom, 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 nom.
Beep. Yes, an Vampyr. Beep. Boop. Boop. Bleep. You can't understand it, and lately you haven't been in the mood for games. You have dozens of games unfinished and no will to finish them. Even your books. You have just been in a stagnant mood. It is sometimes like that. Just give it time. And like, do tell if you feel like there is something that can be done. I would love to help. But yeah, they're very, very relatable. Yes, sometimes it's just got like it that you really don't
Good
have any
evening,
mood to do
Good
anything
evening,
like
Doctor.
it.
Still trying to save
Hopefully
lives.
it comes back very soon.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war,
It's
I
just a
witnessed
lot on
few
your
couples
mind. You
just
tried to
like
start
you
Vampyr
come together
and
in
just
difficult
fell out.
circumstances.
Not that you didn't
It
like the
can be
game or
very
anything, just your mood
Maybe
as
you're
of
right.
late.
But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Maybe you can
You
get
do
back
realise
to
you
it like
could
on a
both
better
get fired.
timeline.
Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know
But
how many
if
rules are
that
broken in
kind of
this
stuff has
hospital every
happened to
day
you
just to
before,
keep
do
it
you
running?
remember anything
There's nothing
that
wrong with
could
what we're
possibly
doing.
like change it? Or what kind of things affect on it? If there is any.
Goodbye, Milton.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Callaghan fellow.
Not sure. Fair.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
She doesn't
Dr.
have
Swansea
the
has
girls
recently offered
at
me
all.
a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Pippa, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
Oh,
I
wow,
have
you're
no
a video game
intention of
character,
reporting
yes.
you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth
She's
the
cute,
risk?
no one
Hey,
better.
I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by.
I
That's all
prefer the
any of us can
Vampyr
hope for
lady.
nowadays.
She is beautiful and gorgeous. And she also has a pleasant voice.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Mr. Crown, you
Sorry.
are queen.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, about the
No
crown.
one has
I do
any
want to buy a
idea when
new
this
crown,
epidemic will be
but
over.
I haven't found the one that would
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last
work,
forever.
I guess.
Even
And
the
the
Black
reason
Plague
why I
didn't
haven't
kill
kept my
everyone.
crown is
I
because
wish
I
I could
cannot
believe
keep it
you.
without the headphones.
But what if this
And
epidemic
at the moment,
was
I
worse?
can't use my headphones
What if in the end,
due to
nobody
the
was
piercings
spared?
being mad all the time.
How long have you been a nurse?
I
long
miss you,
enough
was
to see
beautiful
that the
woman with
epidemic
a
is
nice
winning.
voice.
And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine,
One thing
sometimes
bothers me in
just
this game.
test
Sometimes
results away
the NPCs are looking straight into the camera.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound
He
bitter.
really wishes he was
I'm
queen.
just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily
Maybe
basis?
you are.
Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't
That's
know.
the next Freaky
Just ask
Friday
him.
movie.
But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Enter as a monster that only ever looks at the camera, not the player character. It's pretty rad. In this one, it's bug.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
That sounds interesting, though. Find your office on the second floor. How about now?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You
Again,
nothing
Queen,
but
sweet
dust
bodies
below
for a
that
day.
wings
Cheeky
of
mate
eternity.
wakes up.
I beg your pardon?
Makes
What
you
are you
next
begging
day
for,
with new
mortal?
mysterious
My
tattoos.
clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal,
Well, if we would change the bodies,
Well,
then
Dr.
the
Reed,
case would be that
If you must know.
he would only have probably access on my money. It would mean no money to get tattoos.
and why
No.
do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. and you think it is I who am delusional.
It is I, Aku
I'm
Aku.
assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies?
You're pretty sure you're immortal. You
describe
haven't died yet, and you dare anyone to prove you're
But I
immortal
sense their
before you
rising
die.
from nearby. I feel
Interesting.
them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people
Basically
will
how
not find
interview
you
with
here.
Vampyr started.
I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
No, such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Not now.
Not now. Bleep bleep. Use the hacksaw. This is why you don't drink blood from people who are... Huh?
It's locked, all right. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Oh, nice. Being a vampire, I don't mind staying out of the sun. I don't like crosses anyway. Staying out of the sun. Sucks to not be able to bath in her, but the real deal plaker? No. Garlic bird. Hell no. Pop, pop, pop. Boop. Did I break it? Complaining helps, apparently. Yeah, this is better. Here, Jonathan, do things of doom. Beepity bloop. Beepity boop.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Skeleton.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what
Dad,
happened to
did
me.
you have a break? Yes,
I must
you did have a
keep on
break.
searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it.
No, yes.
I'll continue.
Does anyone say
tomorrow night.
maybe? Hi, Pygmy,
Have
how
so
are you
much
today?
time.
You refused to take a break and paid everyone to lie on her behalf. Sharding yours. What is this game about? Vampyr. We are Dr. Jonathan Reed and we are trying to figure out what the fuck happened to us. I'd say. Hi Lily, how are you today? You know, as they're verbal in the chat anyways, you are the most trustworthy if you ask. Jonathan Reed! Yes. You know where you have been, done and eaten in your life. Therefore, you don't fear vampires. In worst case, you would both be... Oh no! Autobot was once again like... Why are you biting? No biting. You are here? Well, I'm happy to see that you are here. Doing vampire stuff basically is. Heart biting. Poke your target's blood in the veins, making them defenseless. Oh, the mud was like, nope. I don't bite mutts. Not every time, at least. Not hard. Possible. Maybe. But yes, stop biting the bot. The bot doesn't like it. People. I haven't even met most of the people. Serious. Dorothy, great. Wait, do you mean you are actually bot?
If I'm to stay here
Yes.
until my research is complete,
Let's
I'd
discuss
better
with you.
learn to
Something
hide
that
my
other
true
before
nature
training with
from
you.
the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Are you trying to hit on my bot? We're talking about the significant one already with my bot. You, can you bite the bot quick? No.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
Never it makes
Crisis,
to
you say?
lose the element of
Our
surprise.
supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
What type of hospital are you running? No antiseptics?
You have been away too long, Doctor. With the war and now this epidemic, supplies have been running scarce for months now.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be
It's
used
very
in a pinch
90% of
instead.
the time you get all the
Now,
water. You
where's
have
the
said
hospital
nothing
storeroom?
bad. But if you ever
The
mess up your
storeroom?
English and use
By
bad
chance.
words accidentally, you
This
know.
is the Pembroke, and space is luxury
Yeah.
we don't have.
But to be fair, most of the times when
Everything
Audible
used to be
catches you,
stored
it's
in the
like
old
you
morgue.
were biting something or
Perhaps I
talking
should
about
look there
biting or
first. Where is
biting.
this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end.
I
of
just
Narrow-
needed you to know.
The
I love you.
abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
I still remember the time when you was talking about your old spider and told that you liked how it looked and got automated. Or spider. Autobot doesn't like biting. It doesn't like spiders. So the question is, what Autobot likes? What about Nibble? It's more sensual, you'd say. It doesn't like compliments.
It's locked.
It's locked, alright. Drop. What if you bite spiders? Why would you do that? Leave Interretum spider alone. Stop biting it. Then it dies. Poor spider. Like, it's not made out of steel or anything. It's kind of fragile. It's good for you, stealing before I do. Oops.
Personal hydration is at optimal levels.
Red blood is not as potent or tasty as human source, but it will partially refill your blood bar. But for real. Your old cat would love this carnival. That you little poo poo poo. He'd like to bite some toes while he was sleeping. Aw. Interesting cat. So yeah, I've heard and they do that. Don't know why. Did you hear it now? Can't sneeze. They are evil sneezes. Evil! Queen's date asks if she wants to grab a bite. Automat smashes through the window and slaps them. Pach, welcome, Pach. Evil cute sneezes. Yeah, that's why I don't go to dates. So Autobot cannot slap anyone. If I that would be the reason. Lovely. Autobot wouldn't let that poor thing enter the restaurant. Let the sneezes flow through you. Oh.
Balls of Mars, fortifiers.
Say Pach.
As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Whoopah!
Are you allowed to say poop? Oh, that sounds kinky. If referring to play this or no. attacks. How about...
Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza.
Yikes. Bottle of
This
alcohol.
key will surely grant me access to the basement.
Basement, basement, basement. Sir, what the fuck are you doing? Disgusting. So Ku has been eating people. Yeah. Her character. Oh yeah, yeah. Yes, that character, obviously. I don't bite people.
These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood.
One down. Blip, 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 blip. Yeah, she usually spits out the skeletons in here. Oh, there was the healing. These sound effects are half the reason I love being here. Oh. Proceeded. You came here because you heard there was cookies.
It's locked.
It's locked,
It's
all right.
Locked, all right. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. Traces of a pinkish foam at the corner of the lips. Some sort of drug overdose, perhaps?
Oh, it's some amazing purple hair, by the way. Thank you.
Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arms and legs. Old and distinctive injuries.
Why is this game so damn bright?
The chest was originally open to perform the operation. The sutures
Well,
are
they
clean,
are, but the right kind of
the
stupid.
chest has been reopened. A puncture over the
Good
left
pride
lung,
for a vampire game.
possibly
Yes.
a chest tube insertion.
The other
Not
half
the
is
cleanest
just a lovely
work,
person.
but I think
Aw,
it was
thank you.
successful.
But yeah, it's fucking bright and it fucking hurts my eyes.
Signs of
It's like going
internal
outside.
bleeding.
Why it is so damn bright?
So, Dr. Tippett's anesthetics were incorrectly dosed, causing the patient's death. And then he tried to operate.
This
on
game
him
is so
again.
bright it
Tippett
shows
has
a
made an egregious error.
Yeah.
It's time we talked.
It is a vampire confirmed. Is there a setting where you can change brightness? Yeah, but it changes then the dark moments also. Super dark. So that sucks. The sad noises.
It's locked.
Beep. Waffles. What do you eat on top of them? Also, hi Bomb Funk. How are you today? Darkness becomes advanced darkness. Smack. No smack? Why does he even need to land? Vampires has a night vision. What I would think. Oh, Mr. Fuckface is here. Evening, Mr. Fuckface. Whoop.
Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them
Depending
without
on which
becoming
version you
stronger.
go with. True. Maybe he's half moth and
blood
loves
is so
lamps.
tempting.
Could be. Vampyr sounds like the most terrifying shit ever.
Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
Maybe it is Vampyr. Face. Boop. What a nice visit it was. Hear it. Oh. What are you gonna do? Whoop. Smack! Wait, I need blood. Whoop. Whoop. Got to go, Quinn. Have a great rest of your stream. Okay, thank you for stopping by. Parno, I appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of your day. Yeah, I'll hopefully see you on the next stream again as well. Oh, come on. Smack. Bat acting like a moth or moth acting like a bat. Either one sounds great. Oh, click your Instagram link. I know your Instagram is in entirely Finnish. Well, that is weird. That is really fucking weird. And I don't know why it doesn't. But yeah, I have heard that it does it for other people too. Not entirely sure why. Yeah, that wasn't smart. Because there is... It's all in the end of the link. Oh, okay, yeah. A vampire movie where the third person actually enjoys it and protects it. You reload it and it's back to English. Okay, good to hear. Rats are very cute though. They're like flying tiny kitties. Beef. Yeah, then I have taken the wrong link for it. I might have to change it. You want to pet all the pets, and Ozzy wants to eat them, all the pets. That's our pups with wings. To be fair, rats are literally flying. Now, rats. Bats are literally flying rats or mice, and still people think that pigeons are flying rats. That glass was totally filled with blood. What else can you put in a glass? To be fair, I actually bought those blood pack looking like bottles, not bottles, like a blood packs that you can add drinks in, and I really thought that during the Halloween I would have drunk from one of those during the stream, but it kinda sorta we were worried that it falls into the too terrifying category, and then Twitch would get mad about it and all that. Since, you know, it looks like blood and there is no way to not know it's blood. And so on, so on, so on. So we started to be very worried, like, would it be too disturbing, I guess, to excess. Oh, that would have been awesome. Yeah.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you find anything of value?
Yes, nurse.
You've worked your first miracle, Doctor. Now, this patient here needs immediate treatment.
Duty calls. When the storm has passed, I'll show you how to mix the remedy yourself with the same basic ingredients.
Many thanks, Doctor. When you've finished, you ought to report to Dr.
Yes,
Swansea in
Radix,
his
I know.
office. He's been
You
looking
know.
for you. Seems
So
pressing.
voice lurk, thank you again, and bye again. Thank you for the voice lurk again. Bye again. In Scooby-Doo, bad guy voice, we would have gotten away with it too if we weren't for the
This hospital.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
Did she kill him?
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief.
Thank you for the lurk, Hassan. I proceeded.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Goodbye,
All
Mrs.
right.
Goswick. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She
Nope.
won't rest while
That
I'm
was a
here.
good egg and cheese
She'd go
sandwich.
all the way
Although,
to hell and back to help me.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
I'm sorry, this happened once. No worries. I'm happy that you got to eat something.
It's my mother.
How painful is your throat?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd.
It was
Welcome
one of
aboard,
those
I
times
Does my
where the
arrival
sandwich didn't want to stay
inconvenience you
together.
in
It just
some way,
wanted to
Dr.
slip and
Ackroyd?
slide
Let
all
us
over the
just say
place.
that I
Ah,
particularly share Dr. Swansea's enthusiasm for hiring you.
but
What
was
we
it
need here
really
are
good
reliable
sandwich?
professionals, not
Was it
overrated
delicious?
dabblers.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money, fame, or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful
It
what
was
you
good. We had
insinuate,
4
Dr.
eggs with
Ackroyd.
extra sharp
I only want
cheddar
you to
cheese and
admit you
sriracha on
used
toast.
those men to
Sounds
improve
good.
your theories.
Knowledge has always been and will remain our main weapon, and it has always come at a price. And personal initiative.
It is not a question of initiative, it is a question of integrity. These men and women have put their faith in us, Dr. Reed.
If you have a problem
The
with me,
cheese
Dr. Ackroyd,
was
please feel free
what
to
made
tell
it slippery,
Dr.
but
Swansea
it
has
mostly stayed
imposed your
together.
presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is
You hate
already
it when
enough
your
to
meals
deal
try to escape.
That is one point we could agree
That's
on.
why you need to be
And that
faster
is
with the fork.
precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansea, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Meepity moopity.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Oh, to Edgar. Wait, what? Blood temptation.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
He has a skull. Today is utterly ridiculous. You have been in meetings more than you have been out of them. Sometimes more than one at the same time. The fuck?
The human body.
That doesn't sound
Biology's
good.
penultimate frontier.
Have you at least gotten your
The
cup
more
of
we
coffee
explore its
today?
boundaries, the less we're able
That's
to trace
definitely holding
clear
a skull
line
and some
between
meals
life
in.
and death.
Yep.
You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your
I've been nursing
enthusiasm,
the same
Dr.
one.
Swansea,
Oh.
but my condition defies scientific
Sucks.
categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events.
Where
The
did
world's
you
most
miss
eminent
this
specialist in
difference?
blood transfusions, a vampire. One might
Now
say
you're
a
going to
gift from
sneak
heaven.
to check RR and get a new cup. Take your time.
It may seem strange, but your words have brought me some comfort here.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
There is no need to apologize, Edgar. You offered me sanctuary when I had none.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady
We'll
Ashbury is
just
in.
need to wait that the game saves and we'll leave it.
Do you need
There.
something, Jonathan?
I have questions.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
Since you seem quite the expert on vampires, what could you tell me about my condition and how it came about?
As men of science, our first step is always to start with what we know. Forget the myths, the hackneyed scrawlings, and the penny dreadfuls. They do not scratch the surface of the truth you now find yourself in.
The sun. The morning following my transformation. Its rays burned me. There was pain, smoke, and my skin blackened.
You will find there is very little that can kill a vampire, my friend. You have been offered relative immortality. The sun will most certainly hurt you, leaving you weakened and damaged, but it will not destroy you.
Must I take a life to live?
You are a vampire. You feed, And blood is the sole sustenance that can sustain your immortal frame. And only a living creature contains the nourishment you require.
Right.
We'll see each other again
questions
soon.
later. Can we loot anything from his house? Yes. 10. What is this? Oop. Warning letter. Oh yeah, I forgot. In this one we need to read everything to learn the things. I forgot that one. And keep forgetting it always. And then it causes issues. Where was it? No, to look at this one's warning letter. Because yeah, these ones were the stuff that we had to read. And if we didn't, it didn't tell us what it actually had. And I kept missing really important stuff because I didn't open
Mr.
them.
Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Rest to evolve.
Do you need something, Jonathan?
Yes, you also.
I have just a few questions.
Then ask away. I'm at your service, Doctor.
Since I'm the one working for you, what should I know about Pembroke Hospital?
Well, for many years, we have been the only medical facility in this part of town that people can rely on. We support the community here, as well as provide health care.
Right.
We'll see each
I
other
like the
again
British
soon.
accents and the tone in this game. Oh, the voice actor of Jonathan Reed, the main character, is one of my favorite voice actors. They have like a really, really calm voice, and I do like it. And same with the Vampyr lady. She's like super, super, super nice to listen. Right. But yes, we are supposed to end it somewhere here. I'm just trying my best to... Well, that one is definitely dead.
With you on our side, Dr. Reed, I know that
Right. Well, let's hope that it saves.